adventure vlog. Last year by this time it was unbearable out here. This year, I don't know if I'm adjusting, maybe I'm adapting. But, beautiful night. Let's see what we can see. I love the ivy. Climbs these trees back here. I am working on the graphic novel digitally. I am coloring in, and it very much so feels like a coloring book, but in a reductive way. And this is part of the reason why I struggle with digital, because you essentially overfill. You paint over the lines and then you erase the overpaint. So it is this very reductive way of drawing and painting, and because of that it doesn't fully feel like rendering to me. I mean, it is, but in a very different way than what I do with real paint and traditional media. So I struggle with that. Nonetheless, I am really liking the color palette that I have going on. Ooh, look at that sky. Looks like it's gonna storm in a minute. I love the color palette. Full disclosure, I'm using the Pantone color harmony book to come up with this color palette. Alright, yeah, so as I was saying, Pantone color palettes. Yes, I have a book by Pantone called Something Color Harmony, and it's an amazing book. Like, I'm so glad that I own this thing. It's just beautiful to look at, and it has a bunch of color palettes with descriptors like, you know, this page of color palettes are playful, and these are elegant, and these are bold, and it just talks about the meaning of color and what certain color combinations can communicate in terms of tone and feeling. And so I find that super helpful in the broader scope of storytelling, right? And actually, I'm very excited to play around with different palettes, with different pages from this book, in this Skip and Viv storytelling that I'm doing. It's gonna be a lot of work. You know, I imagine a world in which this page that you see me illustrating, that it will exist in maybe a few different color options. Saying that, I'm like, God, that's hours of work right there. But I think it would be cool to see the change in how you would perceive the moments that I'm trying to illustrate, depending on the whole color palette of the page. I think that that'll be super useful and really interesting to see. You guys. Call Bob Ross. Call him up. Get him on the phone. I have put off painting landscapes for a very long time, and there is a reason. These are a mess. I hate them all. I hate every single last one. I don't particularly hate what's going on here in the details, but big picture, I feel like they all look such a mess. Like, okay, the concept is deep in the forest, and I'm exploring this thumbnail where the path goes back deep in the forest. I'm at a loss. It's not happening. I don't like these. I've got some other thumbnails that I plan to explore for this concept. I'm not a fan of this thumbnail. I don't think it gives quite the same thing that the path going back does. And I had another path one. Yeah, I had a few other path ones. Yeah. So this layout, again, path, but keeping the darkest darks on the side and up here. This one where this is like a hill coming down and the path is going back and there are trees all around. I feel like that one's gonna be tough to make read. Oh, and that was another one, but I'm not gonna do that one either because there's not a path. But I think there could be an interesting way to combine some of these. Anyway, we're exploring, we're iterating, we're trying to draw the concept and coming up with crap. Oh boy, perseverance. Perseverance is a skill learned in the arts. It just is. There's no two ways about it. There's no getting around it. If you do art for any amount of time, you're gonna learn to persevere. I feel very like the quintessential artist. In fact, my partner was just here and he was like making fun of me, like, because like I'll make one of these and I'm like, no, that's not it, gotta do it again. No, that's not it, gotta do it again. No, that I feel insane. Maybe I am insane, who knows? Okay, I believe we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the 6th. Here's the 6th iteration, and I can't tell if things are getting better or worse. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, also really quick, these forest paintings are for a different little project. That I'm hoping to get together in the next week. That's intimidating. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I want to submit something to the Depictus non-published picture book competition, whose due date is July 10, and I am going out of town. So I've got no time. I really think I can do it if I put my head down, but that is what these little forest bits are for. It's very conceptual, the project is. You've seen some woodpeckers, that's what the project is about. And I will come back when the project is more complete to show it to you. Right now it's still very... I've got a manuscript and I've got a bunch of images. And I gotta put it all together in a way that is going to make sense and hopefully be a nice little story to read and look at. So that's what's going on, that's the context. I thought you needed some context for my crazed forest drawing. How do you draw a forest? It's like, it's too intimidating. There's too many structures. There's too many things going on all in a forest. It's like too big of a concept, but we're gonna try to draw it anyway. Okay, you guys, I am starting to have a problem. I can't stop painting this image. There's just too many ways to do it. There are just too many ways to paint. Whoops, those are not forests, those are woodpeckers. There's just too many ways to paint this. I'm liking what's going on here, more this one than that one. I'm starting to feel like drawing in the pine needles is more distracting than anything. And maybe just going in with swatches, can I speak? Going in with blobby bits of dark green on top of a darker background, in this case this squash blue, might be the way. Oh my gosh. I think I've discovered a whole world, you guys. I do like how the path in this one is very highlighted. That red. This is a very good case of how red stands out when you surround it by cool tones. This is a good example of exactly how that happens. And here too. This pink in here is standing out from all the cool tones. I just don't like how messy the rest of that feels. But okay. Have we made progress? Heck if I know.